the people who are in the middle of doing it, have gotten that first account, who are figuring out the bottlenecks, who are still trying to grow and scale. And so I just wanted to have quick, little 20, 30-minute conversations with people, just kind of understanding how do you get started in high level? What are you doing? What are you struggling with? What do you envision? What's your advice? And then build that relationship. So hopefully in the future, maybe there's one way you can help me, or there's one way I could help you. Who knows? But yeah, that's the goal of this, and just want to keep it very casual, very chill. But any questions about that, or all that kind of makes sense?
No, this is great. This is great. I love it. It keeps me sharp.
Perfect.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate it again. So tell me a little about yourself, how you got started in high level, what you were doing before, and a little bit about that background.
Well, a little background is I did Shopify
Okay.
before and Amazon stores. So I enjoy very much the internet sales, right? And but what got me really into Go High Level was actually I also have a real estate business,
Okay.
and I started the follow up. What got me ki high level is keen on follow up. So
Yeah.
we always say the money is in the follow up. So
Yeah.
the interesting thing is I had already learned ClickFunnels and some of that software, right? But I left it many years ago, or a few years ago, not many years. But so I started going in foreclosure with real estate, and they started telling me you got to learn high level.
Ah.
So, and when I was started learning high level because of the following the follow-ups and the workflows, I had no idea what workflows were, none of that. So I started seeing like, wow, this is really nice. Really,
Mhm.
really nice. The power that it has. And one thing led to another. I started liking it more. I became a certified admin and got my certification just last January.
Congrats.
And thank you. And decided to go full time and high level because I was a marketer before, but I didn't have um a specific offer, a specific niche. And high level has gave me that. So yeah.
I I love that, man. So many questions. Let's start with, I think a lot of people get overwhelmed. They pick up high level either to sell it or for their own business. So many tools. Where do I start? What do I do? It seems like you just dove in headfirst into automations. Let me build the follow-ups, the workflows. You knew what you wanted. Did it seem intuitive? Like when you got in it, I know there's a steep learning curve. Like how do you feel afraid to get working with it, or you just felt confident and didn't mind tinkering with the system? What did it take for you to build that confidence and figure out like, okay, I can do this. It's not that hard.
Well, honestly, I started watching a ton of videos. A
Smart.
ton of videos. There's always good to get mentors to start looking into people to see how they do it. And then you just start saying, like, well, it, everything's connected, right? One thing is connected to an email, and then so on and so forth. So I just like, look, I'm just gonna try it. And what is the worst that can happen? Honestly, what is the worst? That it doesn't work and you have to figure it out. So,
Exactly.
right. So it is important to surround yourself with people that know more than you.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that too. Definitely, you can't be the smartest one in the room. Got to have other people around you who are smarter for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So you came from a Shopify background, but you're also in real estate. So is your niche now real estate? Or are you still helping people in the e-com world, or what are you doing with that?
So yes, great question. The I studied in real estate, but in and this is as a company, as a
Yeah.
quick tip for people. I did start in real estate because that was my niche, and I have a few clients that are in real estate. The important part I think, on not just real estate or on any business or for any agency that is starting this, is that I started focusing on everybody, right? I started throwing my offer to everybody, but it's not so good to do that.
Mm,
Why? Because sometimes you lower your price. I will lower my price just to get the client, and that ends up being more headache than a blessing.
yeah.
So, in real estate, there's a lot of solopreneurs
Mhm.
that today they're wholesaling and tomorrow they're managing a property, and the following day they're doing commercial real estate. So I will advise to people that are starting agencies, please focus on people that are already generating leads somewhere, even if they had previous clients somewhere. And there's a few things why. One, you can show them immediate ROI and they can stay with you longer,
Yeah.
right? Because if they already have a client, you can easily set up a SMS campaign,
Yep.
email campaign, anything like that. If they already have Instagram accounts for their business or Facebook accounts, so they can see immediate ROI rather than a new business to see if it works. And mostly important, to be honest, to see if the person itself works because I got leads for clients and they're just not all about their business, you know, like Dre says, I'm not about my business, so they're not. So
I,
yeah,
I
it
find
is.
that a lot too. You'll spend the time doing a build out and it's all there for you guys to use, but then they don't use it and none of it can work without them doing their part. So
Exactly. And nowadays, there's a lot of people that think the AI is going to do everything for them, that is going to go get the client, close the client. And no, the reality that I think is that AI and all these tools is for a human to connect faster to another human and close a deal.
yeah,
That's what it's supposed to be.
agreed.
Mhm.
Agreed. So so you talked about like you learn going after everyone is not a good idea. You end up blowing your prices, making deals, adding more work for yourself. I've heard a quote that reminds me of this. The riches are in the niches, right? You got to niche down. So what is your offer then in real estate? Are you helping people specific with the follow-up sequence? Do you have more of a robust system built out? Tell me a little about what you're helping people with right now.
Right. So, I did continue on real estate right now, but I'm focusing more on taxes and notary. So
Ah,
I'm targeting taxes and notary when the way my tactic or my offer is I help service business automate everything from lead generation, appointment booking, AI reviews into one system, right? And help them rank high on Google. So that is my offer and that is my pretty much pitch. So what I'm focusing on is in businesses Texas that already have a Google website or a website. So what I'm doing is I get the website that they currently have. I
mhm.
put them into vibe code, say make it better, and then after they make it better, make it really good. After I make it better, I put the chat widget. I record myself using the website saying like this is what it could do. It could capture payments, it could capture leads. This here's you. So I create that video. I upload it on YouTube. Then I go back to the vibe code and then I put let's make a slide proposal with this video and this price. And then that I sent to the client.
Wow. That's for the smart link or smart website link that you were mentioning in your comment, right? That you send it, it kind of explains everything.
Yes.
So I that's super unique. I love that. I feel like it's so tailored. You would get a high conversion rate. Do you have numbers on that? Like what's your conversion rate on that?
Okay, so I recently started doing that this last month and a half.
Uh-huh.
And out of the five that I pitched, three got them, but the other two are still going like, yes, I need it. So I've been busy. I have not pitched too many
Yeah.
because I got busy with them. But and the other ones that didn't buy, they still saying like, no, I want it. It's
Yeah.
just, I'm just not ready yet, but I want it. So yes, it is much higher conversion rate, and you explain what high level can do
Mm.
rather than them trying to figure it out.
So with the chat widget, do you have a prompt that you just kind of plug in as an example and be like, here's what it would do, like a generic one? Or do you spend time like prompting it, here's the business, the hours, and really try to give them a built something almost built out? How do you balance saving too much time from building that out versus getting it done quickly and moving on to the next one?
Right. And I do spend a lot of time, to be quite honest, on it. Let's just say spend 3 hours from that to a proposed 3 to 4 hours, right? So it is quite some time. Um, I do put it on on Ask AI and after the vibe code. I said, from this website, I need you to build a voice AI and conversations AI. Build it, and then I get it from there, and get the code and put it back on the vibe code to link it up. So yeah,
Nice.
I'm trying to use all the tools I can. And yeah, that has been working well. So when they ask, it is about their business.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Man, that's super, super niche, and super creative. And of course, now you're seeing great conversion rates. I know it's just a month in or so, but like that's awesome. 60%, right? Out of the five
Yeah.
people, three of them signed up. That's a lot more than most people can say, that they're able to get. Do you feel like you're having to qualify? I know you said like you look for people who have poor websites. Are you doing any other qualification to see if they're a good
Uh,
candidate, or is just anyone in that
no, do you
niche?
know what? I if they have leads, if they have any kind of clients already, if they have clients, beautiful. And yeah, pretty much that. If they have clients or they're getting leads, those are pretty much my must, my
I love
must
that.
have. Because my also saying is I need to show you immediate ROI.
Yeah.
And my clients, when you onboard clients, I had one of Texas. Within 1 or 2 weeks, he made the money back that I charged him. Why? Because his invoicing was messed up. So I connected Stripe, and we
Mhm.
started sending invoices to all the people that owed him money. Within
Wow.
1 or 2 weeks, he got it back. So I like those clients because they see the immediate help and they
Mhm.
stay with you longer.
I love that. I
Mhm.
heard some advice a while ago from a mentor that said like the ideal type of client, you want them spending money on ads because it shows two things. One, they care about results. And if you're spending money, you always want better results, right?
Mhm.
And so it kind of reminds me of what you just said. They have a presence, they're wanting to get more, they want them to do better. So you're finding that opportunity to service them, right? Versus just anyone. A lot of people just don't want more business or don't want more clients or don't need it. So
Yeah.
that's really cool you're doing that. Is it just you, a one man show, or do you have VAs or a team helping you?
I have my brother. My brother helps me out, and he just recently quit his job, so we can both go full time on this. So
Wow, bro,
yeah,
congrats. That's
yeah, we're
awesome.
going full force on this.
Is he a certified admin as well or working towards that?
He's working towards that. He was working on getting on ClickFunnels certified, but no,
You're like,
high
no, no,
level is
no,
much
jump ship.
better. Yeah,
It's all about high level.
yeah, high level is much complete.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So what exactly, after you make the sale, right? It seems like you're offering a lot. You're helping them with the lead gen, the follow-up. Are you doing? What's your brother doing? Like, how do you guys split up that work?
He does a lot of the funnel building and assembling and stuff, and I do more of the prospecting outreach. I set up events for us to go, like BNI groups, networking events. Uh,
Nice.
even myself, I do presentations myself. Have done a few presentations, and yeah, he's really good at the workflows, at details, and how on the websites that certain words or certain things that has to be captured. So he's more on that end.
Right on.
Hmm.
Is this proposal method that you took, is this the way you got your first client, or was your first client more of a cold call, a lot more of a guerrilla marketing type, approach?
Um, my first client, it was last year with Kate. It was from a friend, actually, an event. Like I said, I go to a lot of real estate events
Mhm.
and networking events. So it came from there. From
Right
there,
on.
she
Networking.
stayed with me. It was a 10,000, like $7,000, $8,000 client.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
those
fantastic.
yeah.
Were you nervous? I mean, that's pretty big for your first client, $7,000, $8,000 client. How did you feel pitching that? Were you confident in the offer and the value and everything?
Of course not. No, I was, I was super nervous. I had no idea. I had no idea how much to charge. So you just gotta do it, man. My best advice, you just gotta do it. Like, here's the honest truth. I had no idea how much to charge. I said, look, this is how much I know, and I'm willing to work my ass off. That's it. Sorry for the curse, but
No,
I'm
please.
willing to work, like,
Yeah.
but I just don't know how much to charge you. Like, how about we start this much a week, and then we work towards commissions and stuff like that. Yeah. And then cool thing is that she is a real estate agent, so it started actually helping me because it was a lot of mental work. So I'm like, oh, cool. So that it helped me out a lot on getting courage to start my at my own
Yeah.
and keep going. So yeah, that was she was my first client.
And so that was last year, you said, right?
Yeah.
Where are you at now? Fast forward a year, how far have you come? How many clients are you managing?
Right now we have about six clients.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
about six clients. I have an appointment with two tomorrow. Yeah. So that I also send them the proposal. As it
Yeah.
is just they like it. It's kind of like drugs type of thing. You gotta
Yeah.
make them taste a little, or like let's just say sugar. So
Which it could be a drug too.
right, which is the worst drug actually, because I
Yeah.
went to a Alzheimer event, and they said, what is the worst drug that can affect your brain? It said sugar. So
Wow.
yes, they did. Yeah. So yeah, two more in the back burner tomorrow, and we're gonna be ready to close them. Pretty sure.
Congrats, man. Congrats. When it comes to closing, how do you ask for money? Because there's like, sales is like an art and a science. A lot of people get to pitch in the value. The prospect says, great, it sounds good. But then the salesperson like dances around the whole like, all right, are you ready to pay today? How do you ask for money? How do you make that close? What is your line?
Okay, so first, the way I do it is I do an audit, right? AI audit. So no pitching right there. I simply ask, what is your business? What do your business do? How do you get leads? Remember,
Mm,
I asked you, so all that. Okay, so that's it. So I just keep on asking questions. Will it help you if you can capture leads on your Instagram? Will it help you to recover money? And yes, okay. Are you paying for any other apps like DocuSign? DocuSign is, I love when people use DocuSign because they overpay for it. They overpay for it. I said, look, I'm gonna eliminate that payment. Are you using MailChimp? Yes, I'll eliminate that payment. Are you using ManyChat? I'll eliminate that payment. I'll eliminate all those payments. So what is happening? Eliminate your cell phone payment if you use one for your business. It'll be $1 a day, and according to, and the AI will answer. So I start stacking a lot of things up, telling them it's not that you're gonna pay me. They're just gonna collide what you already have. And at
yeah.
the end of the day, you're gonna see that you're paying more because you have to log in here and there. I also compare them to secretary or office people, saying
Yep.
like, how much would it be if you have to pay a person? It'll be about $40,000. So I compare all that on the first audit, and then they say, okay, how much would it be? And I try to stop myself from saying it because I say I would love to prepare a proper proposal for you that way you can see the value.
Yep.
I try to say that all the time. Sometimes it slips the price. And so on the proposal that I told you that I put the video and their website, I put the price, which is most of the time 1998, $2,000 for the
Yeah.
setup and $300 a month or 297 a month. Okay. Um, I send a proposal. Some say yes, some say no, and that's it. Sometimes they say, I had a client says, okay, I like the idea, but can we split the payment? Yeah, no problem. So I send how much it is. If they complain, I work the price. If they don't complain, well,
You're
good to
good to
go.
go. I
Yeah.
love that, man. I love that.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. What would you say? So you get the client, they pay. A lot that has to happen after that between you and your brother. What would you say takes up the majority of the week or majority of your time per client? Like, what are you guys spending the most amount of time on for each client?
I think prospecting takes more time, or after we have prospected, right?
Yeah.
On fulfillment, no, we are pretty quick. We have promise when we're doing the audits that we will deliver within 7 days.
Wow.
That's it. And honestly, we get it done pretty quickly. We get it done within um a day, 2 days sometimes. Because honestly, it's not a lot. Here's the thing. If you already made on Vibe Code a better website and they say, "Oh, I like it, but just change this part." Remember, your clients don't know more than you.
No.
Simple,
Yeah.
simple. So let's not panic, right? It's like they're not gonna tell you to do some crazy feature. They just say, "Do you like that website? Do you want me to change anything?" Usually say, "No, maybe just a little."
Yeah.
So that's already built. And if you have it on bytecode, what you can do, you just put copy and paste and you put it down here. You do that. So that's done. Calendar's done. Pipelines, voice AI. What else they need, man? Like honestly, they
So
so
it's all a snapshot already preset then. Very little configuration.
very little configuration. Their address, you know,
Yeah.
their little information, and that's it. The what takes most time sometimes if they have clients is the migration or the expert from context of here to there,
Yeah.
and the configuration of the dashboard because I try to make that unique for them. For instance, there's other CRMs like Be in Touch
Okay.
that I mimic everything there and I build it back in high level.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I with custom values and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So on real estate, there is, for instance, home shopping or
Hmm.
credit repair, certain stages like that. I build those pipelines and then I build the on the dashboard as well. So they
That's
know.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very beautiful. What would you say? So if there's not too much that takes the time besides prospecting, what would be one thing you wish like you didn't have to do it again in the agency? Like if you could hand off this one responsibility, don't have to do it again, what would that be?
Um, Nothing. I honestly love everything about it. I love the struggle. I love because the struggle has made me figure things out. And yeah, it just makes you more creative. When you
Hmm.
have it easy, you just don't grow,
Yeah,
you
very
know?
true. And
So
maybe it's not a struggle, but maybe what's taken a lot of time, right? Um,
and and I would like to share on that story on how I really learned high level. Within 1 year, from zero, from knowing nothing to became certified, and now I have all my certifications in high level, all 12 of them.
that's
And the
big.
only reason why I was able to do that is, well, God gave me a big blessing that He took my eyesight. Last year, I I couldn't drive at all. I lost my eyesight due to diabetes. So the only way I was able to learn high level is by learning where the buttons were.
Mm.
Since I kind of go like this, so close to the thing, I had to learn where each one of them is at. So I could still. So since all that I had to learn it constantly, constantly, constantly. So I'm like, okay. So I love it. Everything. I was able to that struggle, learn this blessing and now execute it.
That's amazing, man. I appreciate you sharing that. That's beautiful.
Mhm.
Last little question here. What is just kind of, a visionary type question? What does your agency look like to you in 3 years? How does it grow? What do you envision happening between you and your brother, your team, your clients?
Um, I definitely see a big team. I'm excited to build a big team. I have recently called a few weeks ago from high level to start a chapter here, possibly.
Nice.
So hopefully, that's on the works. And I do see having a big team, but I see myself blessing a lot of people through this. Like I don't just see it as a business. Like I honestly love helping people making money. Like if
Yeah.
you see their face and if you see like, man, you really helped me out, and then they invite you out to eat, they invite you to comedy, like it's so cool to be
Yeah.
around that kind of people. So
It is.
I see definitely myself getting more and more involved, growing, and definitely growing a 8, 9 figure business with them
I
because
love
yeah.
I love that, man. That's really cool. I really appreciate you sharing your story. Don't want to take too much more of your time, but I think that was awesome. What will happen from here is the team will just kind of edit it, chop up some things. We're just going to have it on our GHL Engine YouTube channel. If I can, the goal is, me trying to elicit value, ask right questions. I think you provide so much value. I think people will love watching this. And if so, maybe we'll be able to, turn it into more of an official like YouTube channel or podcast. But you are one of 10 interviews to kind of set this off. And that was like super awesome. Everything you said, all the value. Seems like you have a lot of good things going for you. One question, I've seen some agencies exploring like a revenue share model and trading off the fulfillment. Have you ever considered anything like that, or have you always thought like having, hiring the VAs, keeping it all internal versus handing off the fulfillment?
No, I'm a strong believer of helping each other. And on the Bible it mentions when they went to the promised land, when it reads that two people were carrying the fruit. So what does that mean? The blessing is enough for two of us to eat.
Yeah.
So the way I like to put it, and I actually do have a few people that have partnered up with me, and they come to me saying like, "Hey, I don't know much about high level, but you do. Will you help me build this? And just in case I need to call you, would you come?"
Hmm.
Yes, no problem. So I have built SaaS accounts for the people, and big enough that when they call me saying like, "Look, I'm just gonna call you to do just a little bit of work,"
Yeah,
well, I have helped them out in that place because, like I said, I mean, I have no envy towards people, man. At the end of the day, it's how much effort you put on your business and not how much hate I put towards the people. So,
I
if
love
you,
that.
you know,
That's awesome. I'm doing a talk at the end of the month for the GHL Engine Summit, and my talk is going to be about a partner type of model, which I think that not a lot of people are doing. You're one of the first people I've met who's actually implementing that already. But that's awesome to see. I think you're ahead of the game. That's exactly what we're doing on our side. What we do is we do a 50-50 rev share, and you sell the sub account, and our team will do onboarding, fulfillment, training, support, retention, billing. So it's a good way for like if you like high level, you want to make high level, or if you're an agency and you're burnt out, you're tired of doing the high level stuff, you'd rather do the prospecting or the lead gen or the coaching. You can be a partner, get 50-50 rev share, and then the other team handles everything past that sale. So it's a really interesting model. I'm seeing a lot of people adopt to, but it's cool to see you're already trying to implement that for yourself and
mm,
your own network.
yeah.
So
There's a book that says, right, I'd rather be co-owner of the watermelon than full owner of this grape,
love that.
right? So,
Love that. I love that. Man, that's perfect. That's perfect. Well, let's stay connected, Joel. If you ever want to talk about maybe being a partner with us, we can help you with your sub accounts, and that way you and your brother focus on selling or doing. Imagine both you guys being at networking events at once, right? The more of the prospects that you get in front of, the more sales you get, and you have a team like us who can handle that support. We split it 50-50. So if you're interested, let's stay in touch. If not, I'm sure I'll see you commenting around and we'll engage with each other on the Facebook group. But it was a real pleasure meeting you, and I enjoyed the conversation a lot.
same here, Remy. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much for this. This was
Absolutely. Yeah. Take care, Joel. Have a good
thank
one.
you. Have a good one.